$1.2 million a year is $100K a month, $25,000 a week, and $3,500 a day. And over the last 2 months, my online business generated over $100,000 and is on track to generate over $1.2 million for the year 2024. In this episode of $0 to $2 million, I'm going to be going through my main focus for February and exactly how I plan on maintaining $100K a month and also scaling to $2 million a year. So guys, February is honestly going to be a slower month due to Chinese New Year. We're going to be focusing heavily on just customer satisfaction. So this means we're not going to be scaling and we're going to be focusing on the customers that we already acquired. So how I made sure that these customers are actually going to be satisfied is that I made sure my VAs answered all the customers' inquiries within 6 to 12 hours. And how we go about any angry customer is that we first analyze the issue and see what can be done. And most of the time, most issues can be solved by either simply being transparent, honest, and telling them exactly what's happening. You're not gonna necessarily tell them that it's Chinese New Year, it's Chinese holiday, because customers frankly don't care. But what you're gonna do is just explain that there is a delay happening with the factory and just express that it will be shipped within the next 1 to 2 weeks. And most of the time, for most customers, this will ease and put them at mind and decrease your chargebacks. Another thing I did is that all the customers that ordered within the period of Chinese New Year, so last week and until the 18th, they got an email informing them that there will be a delay of 1 to 2 weeks for all the orders that are purchased within that time frame. Since we're not going to be scaling, this is going to be the perfect time for us to look at the business and understand what improvements we can make. And the last week I came up with 4 different ways I can improve this business. The first improvement we need to make is to make sure that we have healthier margins. As y'all saw in the earlier episodes, we were struggling to even be at a 20% margin, and from the 1st to the 15th we're honestly struggling to even hit that. But throughout the end of the month in January, we were able to clean stuff up and overall be at around a 20% margin. Now, personally, I like to be at a 30% margin, so that's not necessarily something I'm proud of, but we're gonna continue to work on that. And from this month alone, from the 1st to the 8th, we were able to clean stuff up, so I'm happy with that. And this ties into my second point of how we're gonna improve the margin and also ultimately improve the business. The second improvement we're gonna have to make is with the creatives. Now, as y'all know, creatives is king. Creatives basically controls your results with your ads apart from your products and all that stuff. But yeah, creatives is the most important thing when it comes to your business. And right now I'm doubling down on creators. I have 2 creators that are going absolutely crazy. I'm gonna keep them. I'm looking to hire a few more creators. And also moving forward, I'm gonna be really testing new concepts. Right now I've been kind of limited, not even limited, it's more myself, but I've been testing kind of similar concepts, even though it's not the same wording. They are very, very similar. So I will be testing very new concepts in this upcoming weeks. I will also be playing with the old concepts by changing the scroll stoppers and putting the rest of the video together. And I found that from what I've tested in the past week have done amazing. But yeah, creatives, one big thing I'm going to be focusing on is just overall improving my creative creation skills. I hope that made sense, but overall guys, all I was saying is that I want to improve my creatives drastically, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few weeks. The third improvement is going to be with our marketing. Right now we're relying mainly on our first winning product to generate most of the revenue, and throughout the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be focusing very, very hard to get our second product to get a lot more traction. Right now it is doing fairly decent, but only one creative is generating all the sales. So I do want to be able to have a plethora of other creatives doing well in that Advantage Plus campaign, just like my first winner. Additionally, in that time frame, once the supplies return, I do want to also test my third product and continue testing a new product every single week, because as I mentioned before, the goal is to have more than 5 winning products. And in doing that, we're going to be able to maintain a 30% margin, because right now we only have 2 products running and we're running it at a low budget, and we're around a 30%, or I believe even over a 30% margin. So imagine if we had 5 products doing this at a 30% margin, we would be doing extremely well and would be very, very profitable. But yeah guys, overall no matter how you look at it, if we just focus on the creators we have right now, if we scale that up just a little bit, we're gonna get the spend up to 2.5K a day, and we're gonna be generating over 5.5K a day in sales. And if we don't want to go that route, we can, like I mentioned before, have multiple products spending up to 2.5K a day, and we would still hit 5.5K a day in sales. So no matter what we do at this point, as long as we stay focused, we consistently work on it, we're gonna get to that point. It's all about being dedicated and making sure that we take the right steps to remain extremely profitable in the process. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this Chinese New Year honestly helped clean up the business, making sure that our margins was good and making sure overall all the systems were fully taken care of. So I am thankful for it, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, guys, this leads to the fourth improvement, and this is more like a personal reflection I was having throughout last week, and it's just the concept of being self-employed and being a business owner. Being self-employed and being a business owner are two different things. Being self-employed just simply means you're not relying on an employer to give you a paycheck, rather you're working for yourself to generate income. But typically in this process, you don't have that much leverage, and you're still working inside your business to make the results happen. And if you're not working, the business wouldn't be operating. As a business owner, you have a system that's generating you cash flow, and you're simply just there managing the day-to-day. And if you were to take a 1-year vacation, the business would still be able to operate without you. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to have a bunch of employees working for me, but I am saying that having a bit more automation inside the business would help overall my focus in the business and help me be more of a visionary inside the business, rather than being kind of an employee doing some of the day-to-day, because there's still some tasks that I do, and there are a few things that are automated, like fulfillment, customer service, email marketing, but there are still a few tasks that I have to do day-to-day. Few tasks are simply creating the ads. I gotta edit the ads by myself, contacting the UGC creators, telling them what concepts to make, and also testing products. Those are 3 things that in the near future I will begin to outsource, because it will be more worth my time to be focusing on the actual scaling of the business, rather than being into, like I mentioned earlier, the day-to-day, when I can be focusing on the overall vision on how we're gonna grow this business to generate millions of dollars. So yeah, that's kind of my whole thought process when it comes to the business right now. As you can see, everything that I mentioned kind of intertwines together and helps the overall picture of generating 5.5K a day with the business. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If y'all got any value from this or enjoyed this video, just consider subscribing, because at 100K I will be revealing my store, my ads, literally everything. And yeah, if y'all want to see that, subscribe. And yeah, y'all, if you have any questions, anything, leave in the comments below as well, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.